Now, dear students, in this video we will discuss about the divergent and oscillatory sequences. Divergent and oscillatory sequences. What is a divergent sequence? A sequence an is said to diverge to positive infinite if given any positive real number k, however large, there exists a positive integer m depending upon k such that an is greater than k for all n greater than equals to m. And this condition can also be written as limit n tending to infinite an is positive infinite. This positive infinite. Or an tends to infinite as n tending to infinite. Just see graphically what is the condition. Condition says that here is our sequence. Here we are having terms of the sequences. This is the domain. So 1, 2, 3 and so on. And here is the range. So suppose here is A1, A2, A3, A4 and so on. Like that. This is the pattern of the sequence. If you claim that this sequence is a divergent sequence towards plus infinite here, then if you can take any real number capital K, however large, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, then still there are terms here which are greater than this number. So you can see that these terms are greater than this number. Greater than this number. So an is greater than k for all n greater than equals to m. So all these terms are here. Suppose this number is m. So all these terms are laying here. They will not laying here. They were above the k. So an is greater than k for all n greater than equals to m. So you can say that all these terms are greater than k. And here the index is m. Fine. So this condition is written here. Similarly, a sequence an is said to diverge minus infinite if given any negative real number. Here is a negative real number. However, here is the positive real number. So this is the difference between these two. So here is the negative real number k. And here when positive real number, then condition is that however large. Similarly here, because this is the negative real number, so however small. There exists a positive integer m depending upon k such that an is less than k for all n greater than equals to m. That means if this is our sequence, so suppose few terms are positive, maybe here or here, then here this is the pattern like that. This is the pattern of the sequence. Then this number is small k, however small, then cut it here, then still you are getting terms which are here. They are small than small k. These numbers are less than k, small than that. And if you cut it here, then this index will be small m. So for all these numbers am plus 1, am plus 2, all the numbers are less than small k. So this is the condition here written. Equally, this condition can be written as limit n tending to infinite an is minus infinite. That means this sequence an tends to minus infinite when n tending to infinite. So this or this both are equal. Now, third definition in this category, a sequence an is said to be divergent sequence if it is diverges to plus infinite, that means first condition, first definition holds, or minus infinite, that means second definition holds. That means either an tends to infinite, this, or an tends to minus infinite, that means this, as n tending to infinite. So a sequence is said to be divergent if either the sequence diverges to positive infinite or negative infinite. That means either following this pattern or this kind of pattern. Fine. Now oscillatory sequence. a sequence is said to oscillate finitely. Here oscillatory means oscillations. There are oscillations type sequence, fine, like a series. Now here we are having two types of oscillations. First, when oscillate finitely, and later on we will discuss about the oscillate infinitely. So here a sequence is said to oscillate finitely if number one, it is bounded. Second, it is neither converges nor diverges. So this sequence neither following the definition of convergence nor the definition of divergence, which we have discussed here, but sequence is bounded. Like that means we are having this kind of pattern. For example, because this is the sequence, sorry, so we are having this kind of pattern. Neither converges nor diverges, but bounded. All the terms are laying inside this band, so this is bounded. But neither converges, because if suppose this is the limit, then this band will cover up all these elements and this band will not covering all these elements. So this is not a convergent sequence. Second thing, this sequence does not follow this kind of pattern, not this kind of pattern. That's why this sequence is not a divergent sequence. So this sequence is neither a convergent sequence nor a divergent sequence. That's why oscillate, but we are having a bound. That's why this sequence oscillates finitely. Now the second definition. A sequence is said to oscillate infinitely if it is not bounded. It is not bounded. In the previous definition, sequence was bounded, but here it is not bounded. It is neither converges nor diverges. That means here we are having terms like some of the terms are here, but some terms are here. They are infinitely. Some terms are here. So they are following infinitely. They are moving towards infinite. There is no bound. That's why unbounded. So it is not bounded and neither converges nor diverges. So oscillate infinitely. Fine. Now here we have a few examples. For example, minus 1 raised to the power n. When you expand this sequence by putting n is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. So we get the terms minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1. So this is a sequence of this form. First term is minus 1. So here minus 1, this is 0, this is 1. So first term is here for 1. Put n is equal to 2, so you get 1, which is here. Put n is equal to 3, so you get minus 1. So here. Put n is equal to 4, so you will get this. Put n is equal to 5, so you get this. So here, then here, here, here. So that's why this sequence is bounded. So first condition holds. And neither converges nor diverges. That's why oscillate finitely, because this is sequence is bounded. In the second example, similarly, 0, when you expand this, you will get 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0. So again oscillate finitely, because the sequence is bounded, because we have this kind of sequence. Here is 0, here is 2. So put n is equals to 1, so we get 0. Put n is equal to 2, we get 2. Put n is equal to 3, we get 0. So here we are having the terms 0, 0, then 4. For 4 we had 2. For 5 we are having 0, and so on. So this sequence is bounded. We have a bound. In the next example, minus 1 raised to the power n. When you expand this, put n is equal to 1, we get minus 1. Put n is equal to 2 here, we get 2. Put n is equal to 3 here, minus 3, and so on. So you will see that we have this kind of pattern. Here is 1, here is 2, here is 3, here is 4, here is 5, here is 6, and so on. For n is equal to 1, we have minus 1 here, Put n is equal to 2, so we get 2. Put n is equal to 3, so we get minus 3 here. Put n is equal to 4, so we get 4 here. So next term will be here, next term will be here, and so on. So we are having pattern like this and this kind of pattern. So you can see that this sequence neither converges, neither diverges towards infinite, because here we are having few terms which are tending towards minus infinite, but at the same time we are having terms which are tending towards the infinite. That's why both the patterns are here, and that's why this is not an oscillatory sequence which is not bounded. That's why oscillate infinitely. Here next example, put n is equals to 1, we get minus 2. Put n is equal to 2 here, we get 3 by 2, and so on. So this sequence is here. If you draw the sequence, put n is equal to 1, we get minus 2. Put n is equal to 2, we get 3 by 2, which is here. Next term will be minus 4 by 3. Minus 4 by 3 will be here. This is for 3. Next will be 5 by 4, which will be somewhere here, because this is nothing but 2 and 2, sorry, 3 by 2. That means 1.5. Here is 1.25. So this will be somewhere here. So that means we are having this kind of pattern. Slowly this sequence is here. When n tending to infinite, some of the terms will be positive, some of the negative. So this will not converge, but bounded sequence, because we are having all the terms laying in this bound, and that's why oscillate finitely. So these are few examples. Now here we have a note. If L tending to infinite, an is equal to L, that means we are having a convergent sequence, then either we will take all the terms, even terms, 2n represent the even terms of the sequence, so they will also tend to L, as well as all the odd terms, they will also tend to L. Collection of all the even terms form again a sequence, that subsequence actually tends to L. Similarly, all the odd terms of the sequence, they will also form a sequence which will converge to L. Here, if L limit n tends to infinite, an is infinite, that means we are having a divergent sequence which is towards infinity, then collection of all the even terms as well as odd terms, they will both tend to infinite. Here, when we are having a divergent sequence which is diverging towards minus infinite, then again all the even as well as odd terms, they will also tends to minus infinite. Fine. Thank you.